You're listening to the Dynamic Thinking Project podcast. This is episode 32, and today's topic is why you shouldn't make New Year's resolutions. Hey everyone, Adam Musalli here. Welcome to the Dynamic Thinking Project podcast. If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. This podcast is released every Friday, and show notes are found at the website themindtechinstitute.com. It's all one word. Come back often and feel free to add this podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook. All links are in the show notes and website. And now, let's get started. So, why shouldn't people make New Year's resolutions? The short answer is because New Year's resolutions are just another excuse to break another promise you've made last year, and then wait for next year to correct it by making another promise which you cannot deliver, and then of course break that promise to correct it next year, and then it keeps going on and on. I know you're thinking, why is that? It's simply because if you could deliver your promise, which is the New Year's resolution, such as quit smoking, lose weight, etc., you would have done it as soon as you thought about it, and not to wait until the 1st of January. You see, the statistics shows that 95% of people that actually made a New Year's resolution have already broken it by today, and that's if you even made a resolution. That's why most people don't even make a resolution anymore. Why? Because they've made them from years and years, and they know they're not going to follow through. So after a while, who wants to disappoint himself or herself? Who wants to be upset with himself or herself? And why even bother to set new standards for this year? You know it's going to be the same as last year. The only people they still talk about New Year's resolutions these days are the ones who sells them. I mean, I already spoke about this in episode 4, and I highly recommend to go back and listen to it if you haven't yet. It's about why motivational seminars and faith healing events don't work. These people pay lots of money on advertisement to sell you empty promises. I mean, especially this trend that has been going on now for a while. You see these guys everywhere, where a guy with a rented Ferrari or Lamborghini next to him filming himself to sell you a program to become rich like him. I mean, yeah, maybe he bought it later after everyone, thought he's going to be like him. He's gonna get that Lamborghini or Ferrari. And the newest trend now are these guys walking around swimming pools, and it's supposed to be their swimming pool, their houses. And they also want you to buy their program so you also have the same swimming pool as they have. And you know what? Sadly, many people fall for it. Why? Because they are desperate for change. And we will talk about that too. So the question is, what is it that makes us even want to make a resolution? From behavioral science point of view, it's an interesting question. Why is it that at the beginning of the year, we have this belief, or better say tradition, but it goes beyond tradition. It's something inside of us that makes us want to make things better. And I think part of it is the calendar gives us the idea that we can have a fresh start, as we can start from fresh and have this great success. But what does it really take to make this thing happen? Because there is no denying that inside of you, the only thing that's going to make you happy, and in the years ahead, it's going to be having you have an experience where on regular basis you feel like your life is making progress. So from this point, we understand that the secret to real happiness is progress. And progress equals happiness. And if we can make progress on regular basis, we feel alive. And that's why at the beginning of the year, we get this feeling of, I can have this fresh start. You see, it's all about the subconscious mind. And as we teach in our NLP and hypnotherapy training, that the subconscious mind language is symbols and images. Hence, you get the image of a calendar in your head with the number 11. And that indicates a fresh start, 11, which is January 1st at the start of each year. So that's why we always associate the calendar with the beginning of the year. And that is New Year's resolution. However, if you want to make real progress, then you really got to look at your life in a different way. You gotta say, I gotta take control of this process and not just hope that's gonna work out like people do when making resolutions. Because really, it isn't what they are really doing at the beginning of the year. They say, well, here's my resolution for the year, and they basically tell you their wishes. It's their wish list. It's what they hope it all comes together. And then they call it a resolution. But they don't even know what a resolution is. You see, resolution is actually when you resolve something. To have a resolution is to resolve it. And that's when you cut off any possibility except the thing you've committed to. And that's why you gotta make a resolution every day of your life, because that's how you keep testing different strategies, and that's how you evolve to resolve. So, New Year's resolution, it shouldn't be at 1/1 or 1st of January. It should be every day. And most people, they tell you what they hope will come together. And if it doesn't happen, then they should get disappointed. But what does it take to successfully create a long-lasting change in your life? I don't mean to only have a New Year's resolution you follow through on, but to really have a lasting change. Well, the first step for long-lasting change is you gotta have a vision. A vision for what you really and truly want. I mean, one of the most people's New Year's resolution is I'm gonna stop smoking, I'm gonna lose 10 kilos or 10 pounds. But the fact is, that's not very inspiring for most people. Why? Because it's not telling you what you're going to get, but it's telling you only what you're not going to do. And it's kind of hard to have you move forward with that, because that's not how the mind likes to commit on doing things. You see, as we always teach in our NLP training, that a vision that you should create is a vision that excites you. And that is the vision that really works. For example, if you say, well, my resolution for this month or this week or whatever it is, to lose 10 kilos or 20 pounds, that's okay, but that's not very compelling. And it has to be a compelling vision. It's gotta have something has the power to pull you, not something you have to push yourself to do. And that's exactly what you would learn in our online NLP training. It's something we teach. It's called towards and away technique. There are two different kinds of motivation. Push requires willpower, and willpower never lasts because it's based on adrenaline. And when your adrenaline burns out, you're actually going to have that drop or that demotivating feeling. So, what will last then? What will last is the pull. Having something so exciting, so attractive, it's got to be something you desire so much that you have a hard time going to sleep at night. And you can't wait until you get up early in the morning to work at it and to take it to the next level. That's the vision or the pull vision you need to create. And the whole point of our follow-through comes down to emotional intensity. You gotta have strong enough reasons that you're gonna follow through. And let me tell you, it's going to get tough. Yes, it's going to get tough, and you gotta acknowledge that. It's not that swimming pool or that Lamborghini in the garage that is so easy to get. No, things don't work like this in this world. And don't be fooled if someone tells you otherwise. So those who don't have strong enough reasons to push themselves through, what's going to be necessary to get that goal when the inevitable challenges come up? And when you're going to be starving and trying to get on that diet? And when your finances get tight and what you thought you're going to do didn't work, so you give up. You give up on that goal instead of finding another way to get there. You see, you don't let the fear take over you if you've got a strong enough reasons. And that's why motivations alone don't work. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have the pool vision. It's always reasons come first and answers come after. If you've got a convincing and a logical vision and you got strong enough reasons that will push you through the tough times, you're going to do things other people don't do instead of collapsing or giving up. And even if you get off target, you will not go too far. You will get right back on target to make some simple adjustments to your plan to make it work. And that's why I said earlier, you got to make resolution every day of your life. Because that's how you keep testing different strategies, and that's how you evolve to resolve. So you want a new year, a new life. You don't need to start in January 1st. Start today. It's a new day every day. You see, it's never the movement of the clock that produces the newness or the change in your life. It's the movement of your mind. It's a new day, new you. But what separates us is the transformation. It's the possibility of change, the desire to evolve, and the passion to get off the ground and start a new day. You must get tired of what you've been doing. Otherwise, you'll always be where you always have been. And as Albert Einstein said, we cannot solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. And of course, you cannot change your life if you keep doing the same things over and over again. So, it's a new day. Make every day a great day. That's it for today. And if you're interested in becoming a qualified life coach, NLP practitioner, hypnotherapist, or even a counselor, now you can study and become internationally qualified by studying totally online. The Mindtech Institute is a registered training organization, and all our diplomas are internationally recognized. If you want to know more about the diplomas we have, you can visit our website. It's mti.edu.au, or simply go to the mindtechinstitute.com, click on the online courses tab, and you can enroll in any course you desire now today and study totally online wherever you live, at your own time and at your own pace. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, as usual, you can email me. The email is on our website, themindtechinstitute.com. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you are listening to this podcast on YouTube. The Dynamic Thinking Project podcast is released every Friday. Until next time, take care and enjoy your weekend. This is Adam Muselli, signing out.